Vietnam on Thursday denounced the illegal claims and activities in its sea, known internationally as the South China Sea, amid escalating tension between the Philippines and China in the area.
Regarding the recent clash between Filipino and Chinese vessels in Bãi Cỏ Mây, as known as Second Thomas Shoal, Deputy spokesperson of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs Vietnam, Nguyễn Đức Thắng, reiterated Vietnam's deep concern about the recent tensions in the East Sea. He said Vietnam calls for all relevant parties to exercise self-restraint, to strictly observe the declaration on the Code of Conduct of Parties in the East Sea, and to resolve all disputes through peaceful means, contributing to the maintenance of peace, stability and cooperation in the East Sea. Regarding recent claims from both Philippines and China over parts of Spratly Archipelago, the Vietnamese diplomat reiterated Vietnam possesses full legal basis and historical evidence to assert sovereignty over the Spratly Archipelago in accordance with international law, as well as to assert sovereignty and jurisdiction towards the Vietnamese maritime sphere in accordance with the 1982 UNCLOS. He also denounced relevant parties' act of deploying individuals onto features that belong to Vietnam without permission from Vietnam as a violation of Vietnam's sovereignty.
Ambassador Mai Phan Dũng, permanent representative of Vietnam to the UN in Geneva, on March 27 called on parties involved in armed conflicts to strictly abide by international humanitarian law and rules with regard to the protection of the civilians, population and infrastructure.
Delivering a speech at the discussion on the supervision and implementation of the Vienna Declaration and Program of Action held in the framework of the UN Human Rights Council's 55th session in Geneva, Ambassador Mai Phan Dũng stressed that the parties must avoid attacking, destroying, removing, or rendering useless objects indispensable to the survival of the civilian population, as well as respect, protect, and create favorable conditions for humanitarian assistance forces and supplies. Furthermore, the international community needs to make concerted efforts to protect essential infrastructure of the civilians, and countries and competent sides, particularly international organizations, should enhance cooperation and focus on promoting sustainable development in areas where residents are affected by wars. Dũng speech is another imprint Vietnam has made while serving as the member of the UNHRC for the 2023-2025 tenure.
Three-month FDI inflows into Vietnam up 13.4%. Vietnam attend UK largest food and beverage fair. Vietnam has attracted $6.17 billion in foreign direct investment as of March 20, a year-on-year raise of 13.4%, according to the Foreign Investment Agency under the Ministry of Planning and Investment.
During the 3-month period, 644 new projects with total registered capital of $4.77 billion were granted investment certificates, up 23.4% in the number of projects and 57.9% in value year-on-year. A total of $934.6 million was registered to be added to 248 existing projects, and $466.2 million earmarked for stake purchase and capital contribution. The disbursed foreign investment rose by 7.1% in the first quarter to reach $4.63 billion, a signal that the disbursement will continue the positive trend.
As many as 8 Vietnamese businesses have introduced a wide range of food and beverage products at the 2024 International Foods and Drinks event, which is getting underway in London from March 25 to 27, according to the Vietnam News Agency.
Considered the most successful event in the UK for connecting businesses operating in the hospitality, restaurant services, and wholesale, retail, distribution, and import-export of food, the Expo serves as a venue for enterprises to explore new business opportunities, directly meet potential customers, assess demand, and consumer trends in the food industry in the UK and international markets. Vietnam's booth at the Expo attracted visitors with a variety of products, including fresh fruit, frozen seafood, dried noodles, different kinds of coffee and tea, and products from coconut and ginger.
Soaring through the sky like a bird with the wind rushing in your ears and the awe-inspiring landscape of northern Vietnam stretching out beneath you, đồi Bồ Mountain Tandem Paragliding with experienced pilot promise an adventure that will leave you breathless, both literally and figuratively.
Located about 40 kilometers from the center of Hanoi capital, it is an ideal place for young people and tourists to immerse themselves in nature. Majestic with rolling mountains and carpets of green vegetation. Besides camping and picnic activities, paragliding is currently chosen by many people, since it offers them an opportunity to admire the beautiful natural scenery from above. To be able to paraglide requires thorough training, and the players themselves also need to be serious when practicing to be able to control their parachute while in the air.
Now I'm very happy that I can master it myself and fly in the sky. Once you can fly, you'll be experiencing at many flight locations across the country.
Accidentally learning about paragliding through social networks, this young couple decided to go up the mountain to reward themselves with a flight.
This is the first time I tried this sport. At first I felt very nervous. I was scared because I felt very scared standing up here. But when I flew, I saw the surroundings, which are beautiful, and I felt less scared. I had participated in many adventure tourism activities, but this parachute flying experience was a very wonderful experience for me.
Practice leaving the hustle and bustle of the city and immerse yourself in the sun and wind to feel the beauty of heaven and earth. Looking for new sources of energy from above, looking down on beautiful scenery seems to be small in sight. This will be an ideal experience for anyone.
That's the end for today. Thanks for your watching and see you next time.